Continuing on with Godfall on PlayStation 5. Adventure 2. Let's embark. Double tap for the slide. I knew that shit was going to be sick. Continuing on with the tutorial. Face the fight. View the cinematic. Unlock the slide. Check out the inventory screen. And then move on with the combat. So my first foray into an action looter slasher. Forgive me for repeating, but no Destiny, no shooting, no Warframe. You know what? That's another thing too. Warframe left a bad taste in my mouth, though I respect that game and the devs. You know, it just wasn't my thing. But that's like a PS... Is it a PS3 game or a PS4 game? And so I feel like I should give this one at least a bit more credit for kicking it off on PS5. It's interesting to wonder where to go in these levels. I think Destiny's got the story. I think Warframe has the shooting. I think that Nio has the close combat. But I mean, notice it's like very much this game's being compared to a lot of these persistent online action grind 'em up games. So it's more like a persistent online game, a grinding game. It's not really being compared to adventure story games. It's not even being compared to like action style combat games. It really is like he's just standing there. So double tap for the slide, huh? It's kind of just being compared to, I don't know. I didn't know that this like looter genre, I didn't know that was a genre. I didn't know it was a thing. I thought that was just kind of a coincidence, like. I thought that it was just sort of, you know, it happened to be that a single-player action-adventure game had, you know, grinding and looting and leveling up. I didn't know that was kind of the point. So now we're going to see if it all falls off a cliff. Because I like action games and I love adventure games, and I'm in it for the big story. But everybody's question was just that off the trailer. What the heck is this game? Is it an action game? Is it a shooting game? Is it a story game? What's the combat like? I guess no one thought it was a shooting game, you moron. And then what's the loot grinding? That's what you guys want, the loot grinding? You're big Anthem players? Throw the shield bash. See, now why would I upgrade to go through all enemies when that one went through all enemies? Oh, he missed him. Sometimes this heavy attack doesn't feel like coming out. Dodge backward. I almost wonder if that slide... The dodge is incredibly good, but the slide has a lot of recovery afterward. I almost wonder if the slide is not quite as worth it. A double dodge... I don't know, maybe I'll take it off. It keeps giving me new codex. I'm starting to wonder what the hell this game is. I spent the first video waxing philosophical about all the fucking controls and how smooth and nice they were and how legitimate the combat was. How many times have I instant dodged an attack, barely skating by with the skin of my teeth, and was so impressed that, you know, the flinch reaction, input response, and the hitboxes were so good. But now it's like, all right, I need some better enemies. That kind of mini boss looking dude was pretty fun. These levels are not really levels, they're just sort of walkways. It's a little bit odd. A lack of level design is what I'm noticing, was what I was worried about. There's also seems to be no story. I guess I talked over the entire intro. So now this video will be going into what I think is a bit lackluster. I mean, not really, I can't really judge yet. But everyone's gonna want to know. Because we've been asking the same question for like a year. What the hell is this fucking game? And no one ever bought it, and now it's on sale. Still don't know. Now they're giving it away for free. And I thought, well, what better time to check out the combat and the story? Because the combat's still worth, you know, the story's still worth purchasing. The DLC is still worth applauding.
We will discuss this when I get there.
can't help but compare. Destiny seems to have more direction in the missions. I mean, I don't know. Those games can be played single player though. And I'm not really a multiplayer a G gamer. I like this sword a lot. I kind of like, he got me from behind. Do the big R3, I like that pound. I wonder if the slide, yeah, is worth it. I like how he blows up. I can't really tell. What's the lore behind this whole setting? Like, what is this place? Where are we? I feel like there's a lot missing. I feel like this game... So then that was the big question, right? Are people thumbs downing it because it feels incomplete and there are games missing? Because you can't criticize it for being unpolished. Because the controls are very good. The graphics are very good. The responsiveness in the combat is good. So it's not unpolished in terms of its combat. It's unpolished in terms of its design and rules and systems. And that's what these ARPG nerds wanted. We wanted better loot, stat, build grinding. You guys are fucking lame, dude. They never... So, dude, even these loot grind action games are marketed as action games. They're not marketed as RPGs. Look at this, nice, damn, nice blow up. But then what can I say? Because I just thought this has better combat than Batman Arkham Knight. But then I thought, yeah, but it's Batman and there's a city. And, I don't know. God of War's got adventure. There are a lot of games that do a lot of things well, so that becomes the big question. This game does the necessary things well. Great controls. Great feeling of moving your character around. Responsive. No input lag. No heavy, janky movement. No loose, floaty, shitty, broken toy, broken joint limb appendage. None of that. The character feels like a football star, American style. The character feels like he could run a 3.8 in the combine. I mean, he's just a fucking destroyer. I really gotta... Oh, heal. Heal up. Oh, that's right. This guy's got the power attack that I can't dodge. Bust him open. I may have missed. I like that shield throw. There, the slide got me narrowly out of the way. So if you're going to buy this for Christmas and you're going to play this with your friends and you're going to grind them up, you're going to want to take on big boss enemies. I'm still early in the game. And remember, I'm level 1. Falcon Longsword. I'm learning up. I'm getting my bearings and learning the ropes. This is the very beginning. This is the very tutorial. The very tutorial. I like that. Let me check out this, no. Let me check out my equipment. Oh yeah, and I have a second sword. So then how do I switch weapons? Here's what I'm going to do first. I got multiple swords. A dual blade. Well, I'm not going to fuck with that yet. Common, so this is clearly better. Okay. Right is ping. I forgot that. Down is turn around. Let's ping right here and walk through it. That seems to be the only way you can get rid of them. I can't really tell. Press and hold doesn't really take them off. What about up? What about left? Doesn't matter. Okay. So then, how do I switch my weapons? L3, R3. X is that. Squares heal. Circles that. What about triangle? Yep. Alright. Let's fuck around with the hammer and then I'll go back to the sword. I think there's another place over here. Unless I need to open that. I can go there. Alright. I think the slide actually has longer recovery than just the dodge. I don't get what everybody's shitting on. It has good control. Dark Souls 2, this has way better controls. Are you kidding me? That's why that game's so bad. So, I don't know. What did people wanted something and they didn't know what they got. I don't know. Why would you want to quit? He's really effed me up. I don't think this hammer is my thing. I think it's too slow. Especially for a big boss like this where I can't... I really like that shield throw. Come toward me. They missed. Double hit. Okay. Barely got him. I like that. We'll try it. Whiffed again, but that's my fault. I didn't aim it correctly. I mean, I'm thinking of every other action game. Bloodborne's faster, smoother, more adventurous. So then that's the big question. What do you want out of a game? You want something new, you want something fun, you want something better. You want something to introduce concepts to you. You don't want something... It doesn't feel like it's trying to do something that's already been done. It feels like it's trying to do an original thing. It's succeeding, though. It needs to do more. It's succeeding in what it's done thus far. It needs to do more. It needs adventurous level design. It needs story. It has controls. It has combat. It has action. A jump would be kind of nice. I don't know. And I got it cheap. He's just standing there. I mean, these are level 1 enemies. I don't know if there's a difficulty mode or what. I don't like this hammer at all. What do I really want to say? It feels like... It's not bad. It's just not all there. That hammer's whack. I'm gonna switch it. It looks like I got more gear too. Switch that to the dual blades. This menu is slow. Put on a ring. A common ring. Sure. This menu loads slower than cannot equip more of the same item. Weird. Alright. Am I crazy or did I put on a fucking dual blade, dude? Oh, maybe they switched around? Yeah. Weird. They switched around in the menu. Alright. Now compare this to Nile. You know, hammers and dual blades and all different shit. Well, if you're comparing it to other games, that's a good question. Nile 2 is $30 remastered, and so is this. Which would you buy? Okay, I guess now when you compare with what else you could get. The controls are so good in this game, though. It needs a jump. The controls are so good. It's so nice. This is the one thing they didn't fuck up. That running around feels so pleasant and nice. Your guy seems like a cool, powerful, strong, running back action hero. Like, I don't get it. I don't get it. Alright, it's just video games. You know, living and learning. What was lacking that other people wanted? I want a story adventure, and that's why I bought it. Because Challenger Edition doesn't have it. And I thought, perfect. That makes the story mode even more valuable. I'm not setting my... And it's like... Do you guys buy games to set yourself up for fucking disappointment? I want to explore and learn. It's like, there's no disappointment. I don't care what it is. I just want the footage. Is there a block? I keep thinking, is there a block? And it's like, oh yeah. It is just room after room. But I mean, the graphics aren't shitty. Is that where they fooled you? The graphics aren't shitty. The controls aren't shitty. The graphics are nice. I can't say it's not bad. I have to say it's good. You gotta give credit where credit is due. But are you having fun? Would I recommend someone else buy this? I don't know yet. And I guess with some other games, you would know immediately. I wonder if there's a stat level up or if it's just skill points. I guess if it's just skill points, that's even better. Because you can just buy and unlock. You could just fight and then buy and unlock gear. Who am I and where am I? And where is this going? Like, Destiny's constantly feeding me story. More story would keep me engaged. Who am I? Who is this character? What is this world? What is this palace? Where am I? All I know is my brother. Press R1 to convert a portion of an enemy's health into Soul Shatter buildup. Use R2 to deal Soul Shatter damage equal to the enemy. Alright. Is that the meter on the bottom or is that the red meter? Whoa, he really kind of powered through me. This is kind of... I don't really get what this Soul Shatter shit is. R1 to create it, and then... I guess so. R2 to deal it? I guess. I wonder if a big part of this game is the haptic, the haptic vibration or whatever. I'm just looting. I didn't even realize I'm ignoring the enemies and I'm just looting the generic breakables on the side for the random fucking health or whatever. Oh, so it's that weird green shit? When you can't destroy their health anymore, you gotta shatter them? Alright. I'm not really paying attention to what I'm collecting. Like I said, I'll look at it later. Blind Justice. He really flies through the air. I don't get it. The attacking feels good. The animation feels good. Running feels good. Dodging feels good. Attacking feels good. So I don't understand. What did you guys fuck up? It's not just that you didn't do it wrong. You got the movement and the responsiveness and the controls well. How did you build an accurate animation, movement, and combat system? What did you screw up? Make more story. Add more cutscenes. I mean, it can't just be gear. Make levels. Give me a jump and a climb. Give me levels to explore. Give me a jump and a climb. Give me story. Give me more enemies. The movement is nicer than a lot of games, and the responsiveness of the controls. But what's the game here? It does feel like a classic style PlayStation 2, Prince of Persia, God of War, some type of old school action game. Maybe that's how they should have marketed. Old school action, not this newfounded loot grind. I don't know what that's all about, dude. I played Destiny because it was a first-person shooter in space with a cool story. It had nice guns. I mean, the loot grind shit, I never did that. I played the story campaign of the very first game, and that's it. Destiny 1, before that Wolves expansion. That's what I played, dude. And I'll tell you, this is better than that Kingdoms of Amalur. It's better than Darksiders. And those are good games. People like those games. Is it just... I think that's what it was. They should have marketed it towards action gamers rather than RPGers. Because it's like, what's the stat system? Well, it's not really a stat system. What's all the level grinding, loot grinding, inventory management? Well, that's not in this game. Oh, well, we're disappointed. We wanted more loot grinding and min-maxing. Why the fuck would you want a shitty game like that to push your pencils and to do your fucking tasks? And to look at... I mean, it's stupid. Look at the wiki dot for your build guide. I mean, give me an action game, dude. Is he stuck? Is he stuck? Look, he can't walk up. Look. Am I tripping? He kind of gets hung up on its little, it's like a little petty-four of a fucking step, and he can't walk over it. Trying to switch back to the sword. I kind of like these duels. So God of War, a lot of games had adventure. A lot of games had more adventure in terms of the level design, I suppose, the traversal. And a lot of games, because what have I done thus far? I've just fought enemies endlessly. Okay. So then where's the game? You could build a game on top of this. Is this all I'm finding out? It boggles my mind. Why would you? Because it seems like if you were going to make a bad game, you would just make everything shitty. And maybe the big part is it gets fun as you level up. Naya was kind of like that. I had to find weapons that I liked. I had to find a couple stat effects that I liked. I got a stat where if you backdash, you key pulse. I got a stat where if you key pulse with a staff, you'll do a little bow twirl. I started building these combos. So then let me see. First, let's check the tape. Plenty of time. I have new weapons. Well, yeah, I like the weapons that I have. New rings. Really? 3? What is this one? Put it on. Don't even look at it. What the hell is this augments? I don't think I unlocked that shit yet. The armory. What is this locked? Common needle. Oh, that one's locked because marked for salvage. Sort by newest. Mass salvage. Don't do that. Lore. Some flavor text. The hammer. I think I'm over hammers. No. Life stones. Broken aether. Can I equip from here? Select to replace. Weapon technique, charge speed. Health recovery. Yeah, do it. Cool, you can equip in here. Okay. And then, so then I wonder if pause in there is better. Just one more, huh? That shield throw already seems to go through. finesse, polarity, shield throw. My shield throw already seems to go through enemies. It just doesn't streak toward enemies. Weak points. Hit enemy weak points to do more damage. I'm already doing plenty. Perform a takedown on small enemies after a parry. I don't give a shit about parries. And then it's going to be about what else do you want. I'll just save it for now. I don't really give a shit. Let's just fight. I like the dual blade and I like the sword. Where's he going? Blinded. Blinding. So then is it maybe less of a single player game and more of a co-op game? Well, bring your friends. Tell them to get it for free. Why did I come up here? Can I breach the gate? Try and speed break this shit? Look at the reflections. Is he falling through the floor? It almost felt like he was. This level design's weird. So then is that it? But it's not just good graphics, it's good polish. The movement is so good, but it's the combat. I don't know where I want to go. It's reminding me of the polish of God of War with the design of Dark Souls 2. Press L1 to parry. I think I got it. Leaves an enemy vulnerable. Sure. So now I gotta wait for him. That was a little bit, there was plenty of time. I really mistimed that. I put it in way too early. Way too early. I like these, let me switch back to the sword and see if I really like it. All I keep seeing are the objects in the corner that I'm supposed to, break to get, like, whatever my junky little health item is. I think the sword is cool, but I think those dual swords are faster, and I like that more. And I like dual katanas in Nile, and I like the dual sword in Kingdoms of Amular. You know, a little backstory on that game. I played the demo of it. When was the demo? Was the demo PS2 or PS3? And in the demo, I found out some really cheap. Like dual sword attack loop that just ripped apart every enemy in the game, and I kind of broke the game in the demo and was no longer interested. Soul Shatter. It lacks level design because it's just like rooms, lanes, hallways. The enemies don't look at you. Oh my god, dude. Does the other guy even see me? We'll see how long it takes for him to see me. Do you remember in old games when if the enemy was off screen, the AI was off screen, they couldn't attack because it like wouldn't load? I pressed dodge. That worked. Alright. See, even this, like, if this were Monster Hunter, well, it's not Monster Hunter. This is better than Monster Hunter is what I'm saying. Because I can direct it. I still feel in control of my character when he's attacking. I don't get it. Have I said it enough? The movement and the attacking is good. So what did they fuck up?
How could you possibly defeat your brother and all his forces? Tell me.
I'll find a way.
Wasn't there another room I missed?
Need to get inside the monolith.
Maybe this is just some weird palace. Some weird tutorial level. And everybody watching's like, no, this is it. This is the game. Yeah, wasn't there some weird... So don't go past doors. The level design is don't go past doors. I like him. He feels so swift and so fast. And so, I mean, I don't get it. I don't get it. Well, I'll play it. I'll investigate. That's where I came from? Oh, fuck. What was I just saying about the level design? Maybe I didn't miss any place. Yeah, run. Alright, don't double click. So there's no way to initiate a fast sprint. He just does it when he feels. After a long time. Alright. After a long time of running. I like it though. It's a good feature. It's a good feature set. Yeah, I like the duel. Okay. I need a story. He stopped running. Unlock skill. I guess they want me to. Yeah, but I don't want to. Where am I going from, where am I traversing from here? Okay, that's it. In case I want to just walk up the stairs faster. It's like at the mall when people are they're too impatient for the escalator, so they start walking up it. Okay. Heavy attack is really so slow and so heavy. It's almost not worth it. Look at this fucking palace. So far, what do I think? It's incredibly polished, but there's not a lot here. I'll give it a 6 out of 10. Thus far. Ooh, was Sekiro better immediately? Well, this game has controls as good as Sekiro. This game has good controls, so I'm not gonna knock it. Maybe, what would I like? A lot more adventure. I like story, I don't mind action, I want adventure, I don't care about RPG. So now you know my taste profile, right? That's cool, I could heal mid combo. These enemies are really dumb. I'll admit, Destiny was better out of the gate. So there's other, but I mean, these are shooting games. You can't compare it to a shooting game, and you can't compare it to an RPG. You got to compare it to other action games. Is it comparable? Like I said, maybe Darksiders, like PS3 action games. I guess it doesn't matter what it's compared to. It matters whether or not it's fucking good, because you paid for it. Well, I mean, Miles Morales is only $50 and this is 30, so what's the difference? I like fighting this enemy. I like fighting these tough enemies that make me dodge, because the dodging is good. I've got just frame dodges. Oh, you can't parry him. That's right, because he's heavy. You see what I'm saying? The fact that I actually care to do it correctly, as opposed to, this is what the devs say is the correct thing to do, but it's not interesting. Nah, I'm interested. These dual swords really fuck them up. I don't know. It seems like there are better options that offer more, and then there are worse options that don't do the same thing as well. So if they simply added more, they've done something well, what could they do? Like I said, add a jump, add a scale. Look at Sekiro, the jumping and the climbing. That's my favorite part. You have good graphics, you have very smooth controls, a working combat system. Look at God of War's enemy design and level design. Make it more adventurous. Make more compelling enemies. If it's just, and also story. It can't just be combat. I gotta parry this dude. And look at how I did like R1, R1, R3. It's the combat sense is seamless. You can, like, it's incredibly smooth and responsive. You can buffer commands. I'm getting parries and I'm getting dodges. It's just nice. So they did the combat right. Well, that's the #1 thing you had to do right. That's the #1 priority. You can build more levels. You can make more enemies. You can make more bosses. Challenging enemies and big bosses and more story cutscenes and levels that have a bit of Z-axis, maybe a jump and a climb. This game, the sequel to this game is going to be a fucking 8 out of 10. This is not bad. It's just not enough. That's a good problem to have. You can fix that, dude. This is a good game. It's not bad at all. It's just not enough. There are games, people are still trying to make a fucking argument in 7 hours why Dark Souls 2 should be considered good. Dark Souls 2 stinks. Bayonetta's overrated. I mean, Sekiro's junk American anime. This feels like an American game, you know? This feels like it's got a G.I. Joe story to it. Look at this, man. That's America.
What do you
I'm
think
still
will
looking for the
happen if
game.
Macros succeeds?
I'm thinking that
He becomes a god, and the world.
I'm wondering, is this still the tutorial, or is this the game?
You may be right.
And also, this is early. I've got nothing. Oh, I should have dodged back. What would keep me compelled? Big open levels to explore. New enemies that force me to fight them with skill in combat. Interesting pickups. So like with Dark Souls, the armor makes you look different, duh. But that's important. The weapons have different move lists and attack differently. So is it that I don't want gear just to buff my stats? See, that's not really an interesting concept. Gear that makes my character change. Gear that changes the way that I play. That's more interesting. Do I just get junky fucking health with this stuff? I don't get how they could have polished the mechanics so well and then forgotten to design the game. But you can fix that. You can fix that. You can add everything you need. I don't understand how they could have polished the mechanics so well and then forgotten to build the rest of the game. Sunflare Orb. Survive until the countdown expires. Defeat as many enemies as possible. How much time? Plenty of time. Plenty of time. Let's do it. Let's do it. Survive the encounter. I'm pressing circle. Shatter him, right? Ooh, kind of like a whip effect on the R2. He's the power guy. That was my fault. I didn't hit it a third time. I got out the first time. I didn't hit it again. Too late, too late. That's me. That's on me. That's on me. There's no input lag. Controls are smooth. Alright, let's see what I can demonstrate. Oh yeah, shield throw. And the mechanics are not super complicated. They're pretty simple. They should have marketed this as a fucking action game. If you're a fan of 6 out of 10 action games like Darksiders and Kingdoms of Amular, you know, you'll like this dumbass one. Why did they market it? See, I got him. They market it towards some, you know, nerd RPG loot grinder when they should have been selling it to action game fans, you know, action story fans. Let's go. Give me some story. Give me some story. What is all this flickering?
Your odds are 1,000 to 1. But I'll help you on one condition.
Where am I now?
What is it?
You won't like it, Orin.
And who's she talking to? Oh, running an R2 is the shield bash. I guess that's why I couldn't do, because I was saying sometimes I press R2 and nothing happens. I guess I was trying to do a running R2 and you didn't have the shield yet. So you couldn't do, it was like the attack was locked out. Yeah. What about a slide? Yeah, dodge attack. Yeah, dodging R2. So, yeah, heavy attacks out of dodges don't really work. Heavy attack stinks. It's pretty much just for the fucking shatter. And for the charge up. R1 interrupts, but I wonder if... So I wonder if there is like a stagger or a hit stun count on the enemies. You know, if you can, like, if they have armor, I don't know. Parry a perilous attack to stun them. Beware, blocking a perilous attack will stagger you. Okay. I like these dual swords. Here we go. Here we go. Big boss. Wow. Godfall. The tutorial part 2, I guess. Drawing a conclusion. Okay, big boss. Oh yeah, this game does have bosses. Teach me, let me learn. Wow, he looks cool. weird anamorphtronic. Like, look at that dodge, and then look at I failed. Solaris. All right, who are these characters? Explain this to me. Dude, it's better than the Surge, it's better than Dark Souls 2. All these shitty non-action RPGs get so much fucking credit, and you're gonna talk shit about this game that has great controls and great mechanics? Dude, oh my god. That's starting to piss me off now. This game got a fucking bad rap, dude. Go back, go back, go back. He's gonna blow. He's gonna blow. He's still blowing. I'm burning. Leap toward me. He leaps, right? Look at that dodge. And then he keeps blowing up. My fault, my fault. A legit action combat game. They marketed this shit wrong. And they didn't build levels. And there's no jump. Burn him. The combat is way better than any fucking gameplay footage trailer made it fucking look, dude. You need a real player to show off your game, dude. I mean, and that's why I'm here. Look at that dodge! I dodged twice. If it had bad controls, you wouldn't pull that shit off. You couldn't pull that shit off in Naya. Look at again. Oh, that fucking burst. Look, he narrowly gave me a hair off my chinny chin. Dodge through. I don't know about that slide. I guess because it gives you more distance. It gives you more distance. Can I hit him? Can I hit him from behind? Oh, he's got fire. He locked right onto me. This combat's very fair. The mechanics are very good. The controls are responsive and nice. Character feels fast, like a running back. Are you getting your fucking health back? I would prefer more adventure and more story. But the action combat is better than any shitty wiki.rpg. Heal yourself. Don't die. I think they marketed it to the wrong audience. RPG players got roped into this. 1,000 hours Dark Souls 2 players. Nio min-maxers. And, you know, I don't even think Destiny and Warframe loot grinders cared because it wasn't a shooting game. You should have marketed toward, hey, you remember Prince of Persia on PS3? Hey, you remember Darksiders? This is a sick-ass action game, but it's got skills, it's got level ups, you know? Sick of AAA production and story cinematics like God of War? Why don't you play this thing? There's no story. It's got ray tracing. It didn't have matchmaking, it didn't have crossplay. Look at this guy's fire. This has great controls. I'm so angry. I'm so angry this game got such a bad rap. That's a shame, dude. This game has great controls. It has a legitimate action combat system. It's not a 5 out of 10, it's a 6 out of 10 at least. Look. Get that trophy notice off the screen so I can take a fucking screenshot, man. This game has... Okay, so it's a 6 out of 10. It's got solid mechanics. Help me push it to a 7 out of 10. Help me push it to... Because at least, I gotta admit, Sekiro has levels. You see what I'm saying? You're going to talk about the Surge, which is shitty. You're going to talk about Nio, which is good but complicated and unique. You really have to like the feeling of the controls. It's got stiff mechanics. You're going to talk about Darksiders as an action game and Kingdoms of Amalur. You know, you're going to talk about, okay, Souls games. But Souls games are the epitome of like this understated, mysterious adventure. And they happen to have great combat too. And it's not so much about stats and building and leveling up. So this game's got to be about story and adventure and action. If it's not going to have so much level design adventure and so much stat building and loot grinding. Sell the story, sell the action.
Well done, Orange.
I mean, who else is investigating this game? Nobody. Because they're wimps. Too afraid to buy. So, the first boss, the mechanics, the tutorial, the intro, stunning cinematics. I guess that's that, and I'll move on to part 3, delving into the hub world, the Valor plates, and whatever lies beyond. Godfall, PlayStation 5. Digital Deluxe Ascended, Fire and Darkness, soon to be challengers.